Hi guys, welcome to the Cosmic Ascension Waves of Light with myself, Soma ARah, and guests. Today's date is the 3rd of November 2020, and what a year it's been. It's been a crazy ride this year. Please come and like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Noonan. You can also join the Cosmic Ascension Waves of Light group on Facebook and the Great Awakening of Humanity 2020 group on Facebook. I am a channel for the Pleiadians and a UFO contactee, abductee and experiencer. If you would like a reading with me or a direct voice channeling session with the Pleiadians, please email me at thepleiadianchild@hotmail.com. Today we don't actually have a guest, which is quite unfortunate. We were meant to have Nikki Colombo, but unfortunately she can't be with us. She was due to come on air at 9 p.m. UK time, and I haven't heard a peep from her. So I'm so sorry, guys. I'm very, very sorry. So tonight is going to be a nice, easy, relaxed show. And I was thinking just now what I would be doing this evening, seeing as Nikki hasn't showed up basically. And I was thinking what I was going to be doing, and I wasn't sure whether I should cancel the show or what I should do. And I was thinking, you know, today is a day that is really going to earmark our history, not just in America, but around the world. So I was thinking, let's just take it nice and slow and breathe and have a relaxed evening. And I'd really like to share some information with you from the Pleiadians. So I might even start off with a guided meditation, which I haven't done. I don't think I've done it before live on a show, but I am a spiritual teacher and I have been for a long time. So, well, about 10 years. Yeah, but 10 years or more. So, no, over 10 years. Yeah. So, okay, let's, okay, so get yourself comfortable. Get yourselves comfortable. I'm going to start with a meditation. So, many people believe that you should sit with your back straight. However, if you have back problems, the most important thing is that you are sitting comfortably, regardless of whether your back is straight. If you don't have back problems, then please do sit with your back straight. You can close your eyes. I'm going to take myself off camera while I'm doing this. So you can close your eyes. Sit comfortably, sit with a straight back if possible. Close your eyes. Hands on your palms, hands on your knees, or your legs. Breathe in through your nose, down to your belly and out through your mouth. Nice deep breath in again, through your nose, down to your belly and out through your mouth. And once more, in through your nose, down to your belly and out through your mouth. And visualize yourself in a bubble of white golden light. Imagine yourself in a special place. This can be a physical place that you actually go to, that you find relaxing, or it can be an imaginary place or a place you'd like to exist, a place that is peaceful. It could be a real place, a place in nature, a place with trees and forest, a place by the sea, So you have the sea on one side and the forest on another, a beautiful ancient forest. You can hear the waves, the ocean, coming in and going out, coming in and going out, coming in and going out. You suddenly turn to your right and you see a beautiful tree. It looks so ancient, it looks so old, it looks so full of wisdom and knowledge, depth and understanding. And as you walk towards it, it feels like you're being pulled towards it. It feels like the tree wants you to stop and spend some time with it. Say hello. Trees and plants, Mother Nature, animals, stones even, all have spirit, all have spirits attached to them. Sometimes more than one. They are all living beings, they are all living things. They exist. They have breath, they have life. They have sunshine, they have winter, they have cold. They have north, they have south, they have roots. They have breath, they have life. They're living beings, all of them. And as you place your arms around this beautiful tree, you bow your forehead, you bow your head, so that your forehead, your third eye, rests on the tree. It feels like you are succumbing to it. You are honoring it. You are becoming vulnerable to it. You place your chest, your heart area, onto the tree as you embrace the tree in love, in truth, in light, in solidarity. And you open yourself to the tree's wisdom, ancient knowledge, communication. You give thanks and gratitude, and you humble yourself to the tree. And the tree will help to ground you into Mother Earth that is alive. For Mother Earth is alive. And she is calling out to us to help her, to heal her, to save her. From the destruction of humans upon her. You are more powerful than you know. So much more powerful than you know. And start to bring yourself back now from the meditation. Open your eyes, move your body, wriggle your feet and your toes. Move your shoulders up and down. Stretch your arms and your hands, and your legs. Move about and jiggle about. And feel yourself coming back. Have some water if you need to. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to have a relaxing evening because I think we all deserve it. This is an amazing time that we're going through. on Earth. We're not from here. Our whole history, everything we've been taught is a lie. Our whole history. Normally, everything is the opposite of what we've been taught. We've been taught what's over here, and yet the truth is over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that meditation. I'm going to start off by talking about some of our true history. Now, I started to channel the Pleiadians in 2009 consciously. And I'd already been channel writing before that. For about a year, I guess, maybe a year, a couple of months. Remember now how long it was, but I did start to channel right before I consciously realized it was the Pleiadians that I was connected to. And I have written a book, The Pleiadian Child by Noonan. So this is my book. This is £7.77 on Amazon, which is in pounds, so it'll be cheaper in dollars. So I believe it's cheaper in dollars. So no, it's not actually. It's more dollars. Sorry, what am I talking about? So anyway, yeah, this book here. This contains a vast amount of information, of downloads from the Pleiadians since 2009, when I started to first channel them consciously. And I'm realizing more and more how prevalent it is to the times we're in this year, and also future times ahead. And it also contains my story, my personal story, my childhood, and having connected to the Pleiadians as a child. So please do come and buy it, because it is well worth the money. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because some of the things that are happening now are in the book, and it's all related, it's all connected. So our true history, the Great Awakening. So I'm going to be talking about our true history, the Great Awakening, the connection to Atlantis and now, and also a tiny little bit about Trump and the election, seeing as it's election day in the US. So our true history, we've been lied to on a mass scale about everything. Our school systems, our science, our technology being a major part of it. Our so big pharma. We've just been lied to about everything. Our true history, the Earth's history. Sorry, I can't speak tonight. So I really wanted to go into the Great Awakening that's going on now, and how it's connected to Atlantis. So at the time of Atlantis, so at the time of Atlantis, what I was shown many years ago now, when I started, oh, that's not good. Okay, so when I first started to channel the Pleiadians, I was shown that at the time of Atlantis, negative ET energy came in at the downfall of Atlantis, or around then, and overtook the Atlanteans. And that caused the downfall of Atlantis. At the same time, around the same time, a large meteor or something hit the Earth, and it took the Earth off its natural axis. So true north was no longer true north. South was no longer south. And there were large catastrophic events that changed the land mass. So the Earth shook and twisted off her natural axis. Our DNA, our original blueprint, was changed and manipulated and dumbed down by negative ET energy. That's what I've been shown. That's what I believe. And I do teach a lot about this. So if you'd like to do courses or anything, please do email me, thepleiadianchild@hotmail.com. Not all my teachings are in person, especially these days. I'm starting to do a lot more teaching online. So if you'd like to have a look at my teachings, please come and email me. The Pleiadian Child at hotmail.com. So our DNA was changed, manipulated, dumbed down by negative ET energies, and this has now been proven by some very, very prominent scientists, which I just think is amazing, because it's okay for me or any other channels out there to say that to bring forth information that's channeled. However, we do need, and that's very valuable. That's actually invaluable. However, we do need science, alternative science, true science to back it up. So I'm so thankful, so grateful that there are amazing scientists doing that now. So the Atlantis connection. So everything that everything that happens at Atlantis is reversing now, bearing in mind that at the time of Atlantis, our energy was higher, our awareness was higher, we had healing abilities, very high healing abilities that we don't have now, or the majority of people don't have now, most people don't have now. I'm not saying everyone, but our healing abilities were much stronger. We worked with crystals, we worked with sounds, we worked with energy. We had obviously had advanced technology. We worked with sun energy much more. We lived a lot longer. I'm not sure how long we lived, but we lived a lot longer. We lived hundreds of years. As far as I know, I don't know exactly how long we lived, but I know that we lived a lot longer, a lot longer. So our DNA was changed, the earth was knocked off its course, and we originally, I won't say originally, I will say that we are going forward into a time where we have 13 strands of DNA, not 12. And we may have had 13 strands of DNA in the past, not 12. And this has also been proven now as well. So have a look into the science behind what I'm saying, because there is science out there to back up what I'm saying. Okay, so the time we're in now, this is a huge mass awakening about humanity is waking up on a mass scale like never before. And this is all connected to Atlantis and going back in the past, because what I've been told is that the Atlanteans didn't see it coming. The majority of Atlanteans didn't see it coming. The everyday people didn't see it coming. Now, there may have been people, hierarchy that did see it coming, and their intention wasn't good. But I have been told that the majority of Atlanteans didn't see it coming. So the difference being between now and then is that we do see it coming. We do see what's going on, and the bigger picture and the great awakening. And this is a pivotal time on Earth. We have never seen a time on Earth like this before, ever. And this will never happen again. This is a changing point for humanity. And so before I really go into that, I also want to share with you something else that okay, maybe I'll do that in a second. So let me just take a note of that, and then I will continue with the Atlantean connection. Okay, so what's happening on Earth now is a reversal of Atlantis. So this is the great awakening of humanity, and it is everything. I mean, this is either the beginning or the end. And having said that, I do see a positive outcome. So okay, so the everything is being reversed. So everything that was done at the time of Atlantis is now being reversed. So the Earth is shifting back onto her natural axis. There will be catastrophic events, and that is not to put fear into people. I really want to get that point across very strongly. That is not to put fear into people. That is simply for the Pleiadians to inform us that, or inform you that we are going back to our natural blueprint. And in order to do that, everything needs to be reversed. It needs to be shifted back. So the earth is shifted back to our natural axis. North is no longer north, south is no longer south. So there will be land shifts. And I don't feel that these are going to be as dramatic as it sounds. Our original DNA, our original blueprint is also changing back to its original blueprint. And I would say it had originally 13 strands of DNA. If you imagine a coil or a piece of string or a coil that was originally a coil and was pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled, so it became straight. And as you hold it, you're pulling it straight. But when you release it, it goes back to its original coil. That is visually similar to an image I've been seeing, as well as information about our DNA going back to its original blueprint. So everything is in reverse now of what happened at the time of Atlantis, at the downfall of Atlantis. So we are going, which is part of the Great Awakening of humanity. And that's the time we're in now. So everything is changing. Everything is falling away. All systems on Earth, I was told back in 2009, by the Pleiadians, all systems on Earth are owned and governed and ruled by negative ET energy. And that now is all changing. So schools, banks, education, governments, every system on Earth that we have, I'm sure I'm forgetting to name quite a few of them, but every system on Earth we have at the moment is run or owned at the very top by negative ET energy. And that is in being dissolved, burning away, dissolving, crumbling. So everything over the next 10, 20, 30 years is going to change. And let me point out that I was told that last year or the year before. I think it was last year, actually. I was told I need to write this down at some point, because they said to me last year, the next 10 years, the next 20 years and the next 30 years consecutively are going to be critical for humanity, as 2020 is critical for humanity. And that was last year. So the next 9 years, the next 19 years, and the next 29 years is critical for humanity in the same way that 2020 is now. So everything's falling away, everything's crumbling, everything is dissolving, is burning away. So there is no going back to normality. We are quite blessed, I feel, to be here at this time on Earth. The Great Awakening of humanity, because we get to see this, we get to witness it. And it's not about observing it, it's about being part of it, which is why we're here. Especially if you're a starseed, you are here to partake in this time on Earth as a starseed. You are here to gather your troops, you are here to unite, you are here to come together collectively, you are here to co-create, you are here to manifest, you are here to be love, to shine light, to show love, to show a new earth, a new way, a new dawn, a new way of being. You are the new humans in the new birthing process. You are going into a new dawn, a new awakening, a new awareness, a new illumined being. Your energy is changing, and I've personally noticed this myself, especially over the last couple of months. We are being upgraded, you are being upgraded. Your energy is changing, your psychic abilities are changing, your awareness is changing, your mediumship is increasing. Every ability you have, especially the psychic abilities and the mediumship abilities and the shamanic abilities and the healing abilities, the spiritual abilities are all increasing. The dream state, there are many changes going on Earth at the moment, and you were born to be here. You were born to be part of this time on Earth now. So Another thing I was shared with, another thing they shared with me, excuse me for 1 second. Another thing they shared with me is that the two Earths, so they showed me that very visually, because I've been hearing this for years and I couldn't understand it. I couldn't get my head around it. And I kept asking them, how is that possible? Because I kept hearing that there would be, in the future, at some point, there would be two Earths, not one. And I could never understand this. I could never get my head around it. I thought, well, how is that possible? I couldn't get my head around it. And then between now and February 2020, at some point they showed me, because I've got downloads and downloads and downloads and downloads and downloads of information from them since then. They showed me one particular information they gave me was that they show me very visually in images a lot of the time with information. So I'm hearing them, I guess you would call it telepathically. And normally I'm writing at the time, so I'm typing as they're talking. So it's like taking dictation. That's normally how I work when I channel, or how I used to work anyway. So as well as the visual images, because I work very visually, I'm a very visual psychic medium channel. So one of the things they showed me and told me at the same time is that the two beams of light hitting the Earth at the moment, and this is between February and now. So they showed me two beams of light hitting the Earth, of energy hitting the Earth at the time. One is positive and one is negative. And these beams of energy are like beams of light coming down and hitting the Earth. They will intensify and increase and intensify and increase and intensify and increase until the point where they have such intensity and velocity that they actually cause the Earth to twist and divide and pull apart into two Earths. And one will go into a higher frequency, a higher dimension, a higher vibration, a higher awareness, and one will stay where it is. Or it will drop into a lower frequency, a lower dimension, a lower awareness. And that is how we end up with two Earths. So I just wanted to share that with you. I would love to do a Q&A on this, and a Q&A on channeled information from the Pleiadians. But I still believe I still can't see your comments. Yeah, no, I can't. So at some point I will set up a Q&A, possibly next week, I'm not sure. Because I can't recall off the top of my head who's booked in for next week to be on the show. But at some point I will do a Q&A on the Pleiadian channelings. So if you have any questions, please let me have them. Let me have them in advance. You can email them to me. That's probably the best way. At the Pleiadian Child at hotmail.com. So if you email me the questions, any questions you have at all, email me at the Pleiadian Child at hotmail.com. And Pleiadian is spelled Pleiadian, the Pleiadian Child at hotmail.com. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so yeah, so Trump and election day, which is today. I have no idea what time it is over there in America. But it's 9:42 here, PM, UK time. So yeah, I'm guessing that we're not gonna hear the results today, that it's gonna take a while, maybe a couple of weeks, or I'm not sure how things work over there. I'm not sure how long it takes to find out the results, but that's certainly gonna be interesting times. Yeah, my eye is I'm going to watch some stuff afterwards. I've had 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6. I can't even remember how many dreams I've had of Trump. Now, I've never been interested in politics. I've never voted. I really don't care, because I've always known, I've always believed that the left is no different to the right. So whoever you're voting for in the past, it has never really mattered. It's never really mattered before. However, with Trump, through my dreams, he's connected with me. And I know, and many others, many others, he's connected with through the dream time. And these are real dreams. These are not woo-woo stuff. This is real dreams, which the Aborigines talk about and teach, and the Native Americans talk about and teach, the dream time. So, and I've been having these dreams since I was a child. So I've had numerous dreams about Trump, where he's come to me in the dream time, and I've seen who he is. I know who he is. I know he's a good guy. I know he's a light worker. I know he's a warrior. I know his intentions are good. His intentions are for humanity. I know that he has love in his heart. I know that he has love in his heart for his brothers and sisters, whether they are rich or poor, whether they are white or black, or brown, or whatever color they are. I know he's not racist. So I know he's a good guy. I know that. Absolutely know it. Know it. Like I know it. So, and that's never happened before. I don't think we've ever had anyone in history like Trump in politics. So this is not about politics. This is about a war on humanity. So I just hope you guys have voted for Trump. I really do. And it's not just about America. This affects the whole world. This is about light and dark. And I know that. I really know it. Like I know it. Okay, so it's about a war on light and dark. It's about good versus evil. And then it's also connected, very much connected into the Great Awakening and humanity rising and the new dawn, and the new dawn, the new earth, the new beginning, the new age of Aquarius as well, which I believe starts on the 21st of December, which is also a hugely important date. And I'm going to be doing some workshops, courses around that time, for that time. Please email me again if you are interested in that, and let me know so that I can send you the info on that as well. So that's pleiadianchild@hotmail.com. That's either going to be a 1-day or a 3-day workshop course, and I'm going to make it as cheap as possible so that because I want to reach as many people as possible. So I don't want to be charging an arm and a leg for it. I want to be charging as little as possible so that most people can afford it, because it's really important to be able to reach as many people as I can on that day or those days, whether it's 1 day or 3 days. But the 21st of December this year is huge. It's really epic. It's an epic date for us. Okay, so if you're interested in that, email me, the Pleiadian Child at hotmail.com, which hopefully I'm not going to mention again because I've mentioned it a few times this evening. And I don't think there's much else for me to say. I know I've kept this short this evening. I'm so sorry, guys, about Nikki Colombo. I don't know what happened to her. Yeah. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know, because she's in Australia, so perhaps she got the wrong day, which is actually very common. I know I've got the wrong day before. Yeah. So yeah, I was meant to do a live interview once, and I just started doing three or four of them. And let me just go into that and explain a bit about it, because it's quite interesting. So a couple of months ago, I can't remember when it was. I think it was June or July this year. I was actually doing a live interview, And when I've channeled the Pleiadians in the past, they've always been next to me or behind me or around me, my energy, where I can feel them. I feel their energy. And they've got a particular energy that I can feel. So during this interview, they told me, they were next to me and they told me to close my eyes. So I did. And this is a live interview in Australia. So I closed my eyes and they stepped into me and they used my voice. So during that interview, that was my first ever live interview. And I really just had to go with it. I had to forget my nerves or forget what I was actually doing. I had just to go with it. And they used my voice. So they spoke through my voice, which is known to be, reputed to be, the highest form of channeling. So I'm so grateful, so humbled to be able to do that, really. And it's taken me many years to be able to do that. It's not something that you can just turn on like a tap. It takes years of dedication to be able to do that, I believe. Well, for me, it has anyway. Let me put it that way. For me, it's taken years of dedication to be able to do that. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. It just feels awesome to be able to do that. To get to that point or to get to that stage where my years of dedication to the Pleiadians and to spirit as well, it's like a reward. It's like a reward. So yeah, just so grateful to the Pleiadians to be able to do that they trust me enough to be able to do that. So during this live interview, and those interviews, I did 3 of them. They are live on my YouTube page, which is Carol Noonan. So Carol Noonan, that's C-A-R-O-L, and then Noonan is N-O-O-N-A-N. So go to my YouTube page, check out those videos. I only did 3 because on the 4th one, I got the wrong day because it was in Australia and I'm in the UK. So of course, when I wrote the day down, I think they're either ahead or behind us by so many hours that it's actually a different day. So of course I got the wrong day and she was really annoyed. She was really pissed off. So that was the end of our relationship. And yeah, that was the end of our relationship. And thankfully, I'm not the type of person that would do that. So I know that Nikki Colombo is in Australia, and that's the reason I'm mentioning it, is because Nikki was meant to come on tonight, and I'm not the type of person that would hold it against her, because she could have a million things, one thing's going on. You know, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. So I'm going to let Nikki off the hook a lot more gracefully than I'm so sorry, I can't even remember her name. I'm so bad with names. It's really bad of me. Especially when I'm doing readings, I can never remember people's names. And Spirit actually plays a joke on me sometimes. They say, because they tell me names and places and dates and things, you know, they really give me very precise, specific, accurate information. So sometimes they will give me the person's name during a reading, which I just find hilarious sometimes. Say if it's Mary, for example, and the person is Mary, and I've actually forgotten because I do so many readings. I don't remember everyone's name. So that's quite funny. And yeah, and I was doing a reading the other day, and I said about someone's birthday, and it was actually their birthday on the day, and I'd forgotten, because I do forget. I kind of step out of my mind. I step out of my self when I'm doing the readings, and then into an into a different space. So I forget myself and I just give the information I get. So, okay, let me see if there's any other notes I want to mention, any other things coming up. Yeah, there is one thing I would like to mention. Yeah, no, I think I've already done that, and I'm not going to mention the other thing. But yeah, what I will say, because I don't want to share too much. I don't want to give away too much information about what I'm going to be doing in the future. But I will say it will be well worth your while to sign up for my newsletter at the Pleiadianchild.com. So, because I've got a lot of free things coming up that are about community and coming together and uniting, that are free. So please come and sign up to my newsletter at the Pleiadianchild.com. And I will send you the information. And I'm only giving this free gift to people who sign up to my newsletter. So you have to sign up to the newsletter to get it. Yeah, blessings to Trump, blessings to everyone in America at this time. I'm going to go away after this show, this interview. It's not even an interview with myself, I think. So after this show, I'm going to go away and have a watch of what's going on in the election and Trump and things like that. And I really hope you guys have voted for Trump, because it not only affects America, this affects the world, because it is a war on light and dark. I would just like to give thanks and gratitude to the Paranormal United Network for allowing me to be a host on their network, on their platform. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else I need to share. No, I think that's everything, guys. I can't think of anything else. Oh, if you would like a reading with me, please come and check out my website, thepleiadianchild.com. And my book is The Pleiadian Child, Carrie Ann Noonan, and that's on Amazon.com, and that's £7.77. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars, but it's £7.77 US, UK sterling pounds. So yeah, until next time, guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Be love, be the light you wish to see in the world. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer on the Pleiadians or StarSeeds or any of the bigger pictures, I think, about humanity or StarSeeds, or who we are, who we really are and where we really came from, or any questions at all, please come and email me. Okay, my love to all of you guys. Take care. God bless. Be love.